The mother of Karoline Leavitt's nephew was arrested by ICE just a couple weeks ago and has been detained at a facility in Louisiana ever since. So Leavitt's nephew is, of course, the son of Leavitt's brother, a man by the name of Michael Leavitt. And Michael Leavitt has this 11-year-old son with a woman who immigrated to the United States from Brazil when she was a child. So, they are not married. Leavitt, of course, Michael Leavitt, is married to a different woman. According to the reports, the 11-year-old son has lived with Michael his entire life, has never once resided with his mother, but the reports do say that the child still had a close relationship with his mother. And now, his mother is detained by his aunt's administration and is likely going to be deported back to Brazil, even though she was already in the process of going through the legal application process to become an actual U.S. citizen. She has no criminal record, was not necessarily doing anything wrong. Maybe she took a little too long to get, her citizenship stuff done, but she was going through the process and getting it done. She was not hiding from the system. She wasn't necessarily doing anything wrong. Her son is the nephew of the White House press secretary, and she still got rounded up by ICE. More in just a second, but first a quick word from today's video sponsor. By now, you know Trump's big, beautiful bill has passed, but almost no one's reporting how ICE will get nearly $40 billion of our tax money each year, making it the most heavily funded law enforcement agency in U.S. history. That's more money than most nations spend on their entire military. So much of our media is either missing the worst of this bill or twisting the language so you think it's all in your best interest. But we've seen the ICE raids ramping up. Now Trump's openly threatening to deport U.S. citizens. This should be the biggest story in America, yet it's buried. Making ground news essential right now is what all of this is doing. They're the only tool I've found exposing these blind spots in the media. By gathering the world's news in one place, organizing it by story, then analyzing just how far right and radical each unbiased source actually is, you get way more context than you ever would anywhere else. If we're being honest, we've seen Trump's power grabs throughout history. They said never again, and that means never again everywhere. And right now, it's happening here. So if you want to stay ahead on immigration, the economy, or simply finding the stories missing from your news feeds, Ground News has you covered. Their app and website is a smarter, more reliable way to stay informed at a time when MAGA is banking on us to stay distracted. So I've partnered with them to get you 40% off the same Vantage plan that I have been using. That comes out to $5 a month for unlimited access to everything I've mentioned and so much more. Just go to ground.news/Farron or scan the QR code to subscribe. With at least another 4 years of this, we can't afford to miss these details. So what gets me about this story is not necessarily that this child doesn't live with the mother, right? Lives with his dad and his stepmom. I'm assuming everything's good with the family. There's no reports to indicate there's not. He does have a relationship with the mother, so it doesn't matter that the mother was not the one with custody of the son. We do not know the circumstances of that, but again, the fact that she still has a relationship with him indicates that she's not, a deadbeat. She wasn't abusive. She wasn't neglectful. She just doesn't have custody, likely because she was not a full-fledged U.S. citizen. What gets me about the story is that Karoline Leavitt, knowing that her nephew, his mother, wasn't a U.S. citizen, still aggressively supports her boss's immigration policy, supports these ICE raids. that we see all over the country. She has sat there and supported the removal of her nephew's mother. And again, it doesn't matter that she was not the primary caregiver. That doesn't matter. This kid may never see his mother again. He has had no contact with her since she has been detained, and Karoline Leavitt still goes out there lying to our faces every day that, oh, this is immigration race is what we got to do. These people are violent criminals. No, they're not. They're mothers, they're fathers, they're kids. And it doesn't matter if they're related to you or, in-laws or whatever. These are human beings, many of whom, like Mrs. Bruna Ferreria, are trying to become citizens, not doing anything wrong, trying to stay in a country where their children are. But Karoline Leavitt doesn't care. She doesn't care if it's somebody close to her. She doesn't care if it's a complete stranger. She just wants them out, just like Trump wants them out because Stephen Miller wants them out. And Karoline Leavitt has still had the audacity to go out there wearing that big-ass cross necklace, right? Pretending to be a Christian while going against every single thing that Christianity stands for. She's not just ripping other people's families apart. She's literally trying to rip her nephew's family apart as well. I don't know that it gets more evil than that. Hey everyone, we are maybe just days away from hitting 1 million subscribers. Fewer than 15,000 subscribers to go at this point, and we need your help. If you are not already subscribed to the channel, please do so, and tell your friends. If you have progressive-minded individuals in your life that are not subscribed to Fair and Balanced, please send them a link, send them a video, let them see what it's all about, and encourage them to subscribe. We are hoping to hit that 1 million mark before the end of this year, but I think we can do it even quicker than that. So again, if you're not already subscribed, please do so. And don't forget to share the channel with your friends. And as always, like and comment on the videos.